Welcome back to Farming Simulator 17. This is episode 4, and as you can see, I'm in the middle of one of the forests in the game. I haven't been here before, ever, so I thought I'd take a look and see what it's like in the forest. I have to say, it is obviously a lot more organised, I think I'd probably say, than 15. With 15, you sort of drive into the forest and there's trees evenly spaced apart everywhere. Whereas here, I suppose you could say they're more in clumps, and there is a much larger area to work in the middle. And there's even a shack here. What is the shack? I don't know. They have a torch, or a flashlight. They have a grinder, a 9-inch. Oh, I just threw their grinder away. Oops. That's very bad of me. And they have a thing, and a thing, a bucket for cleaning stuff, and a spade. You can now pick stuff up as well. You've probably noticed. Yes. I think we probably shouldn't stay here for too long in case the owner turns up and sees me throwing their stuff about. But we will be here in a future episode. I'm hoping to do a forestry episode very soon as we can afford it. As far as I'm aware, you can't do any contracting in the forest. Not too sure, I don't think you can, but yes, as soon as we can do some forestry, we'll be here in a flash. For today, we'll be doing something different. We'll be doing some more arable. And we're sort of working toward, well, that's not different at all, but we're working towards the livestock. We need to be able to afford that as well. So we're racing back to our farm. Mustn't forget where it is. It is just down here. And yes, basically the fertilising. We can fertilise up to 3 times in the same field with the same crop. A maximum of 3 times. I think if you do it more than 3 times, it just becomes ineffective. It doesn't really do anything at all. And you get a 30% gain of yield every time you fertilise, which is quite good. The pigs are up here. I've gone the wrong way, but this is a good little shortcut. Which means that we can get a total of 90% yield if we fertilise. If you don't fertilise at all, then you're missing out on potentially 90%. You get 9% more. What am I doing here? What am I doing? This is where the pigs are going to be. There's a sty over there. But yes, it shouldn't be too long until we can afford to get some pigs. I'm hoping it won't be very long at all. So if we just keep on top of the fertilising, then when we come to harvest the soybeans and also, well, the poplars as well, and the wheat, we should be in quite a good position. And yeah, there isn't an awful lot to do with our fields today. They're just sort of growing. They're getting on with their own thing. But I think probably the wheat field could do with being fertilised just once more today, and then another time in the future. The poplars are there. We're playing in real time, so it's a bit slow. Now, I wonder if you can tow this trailer with the pickup. Just if we needed to move it at any time. Oh, we can. That's quite good. Yeah, I was just thinking, it's a bit in the way. Yeah, we'll put it over in the grassy area. Oh, I suppose, actually, we could put it in here. In one of these bays. It's probably better if we put it through from the other way. It's a handy pickup to have. In episode 1, or episode 0, the first video, I never actually used it. But this truck is proving to be very handy as a yard shunter, of all things. We can go there. Brilliant. Okay, engine, turn it off. We have a extension lead, extension reel. Now, we are sort of at the moment limited to the same tractors because we don't have any money to spend on any more. As you probably know, the Massey Ferguson is leased for 1 day, and we own everything else, which is all very good. So the best thing for us to do, really, again, is contracting work. But I don't want to do any more fertilising or any more combine harvesting because we've done all that already. So what we really do need to do is we need to find something like sugar beet harvesting, something a bit different to what we've done before in the past. I'm going to go in the tractor. Otherwise I'll be using the pickup for the whole video. It is a bit slower, but it's still fun. Now there's no shortage of fields to choose from. There are so many fields. That is what's just great about the base game maps. It always has been. So we can just roam about trying to find a field of something interesting. We can actually check the map first of all. If we go on here, then for example, if I wanted to try and find a contracting job for the potatoes, for example, then I just deselect everything except for the potatoes, like that, and we now can see all the potato fields. Field number 26 is one. Field number 18 might be a good one because that's not too big. It just also depends on the growth status. How ready it's it's harvested. Okay. So 26. Not going too well then. So potatoes are out of the question. What about sugar beet? We've got field 27, field 19. Growth is, well, field 27 is growing and field 19 is harvested. This was not a good selection. Field 20. That is, again, growing. When that is ready to be harvested, if that was a contracted job, then we would get so much money from it. It would be crazy. So that is all out of the question. Completely. Poplars we can't do. Oilseed radish is a cover crop. Soybeans, however, we might be able to do some soybeans. Field 24 just down here is ready to be harvested. So we could go for this one. Is that soybeans? That much there? Is that actually what it looks like? Oh wow. I was thinking when I was driving over to it, I thought, hang on, isn't that just barley? But when you go up to it, you realise that it is soybeans. I've never seen it before, you see. So I don't know what they look like. To do this, we'll be using a Russell Mash harvester. And we have 16 minutes to do this. That sounds quite good. I will just turn the tractor's engine off though. Otherwise it is going to be running for the entire video, which will be terrible. We should be able to get this done relatively quickly. So, here we go. Money's quite good as well. It's always good when we're not putting the hours on our own machines. We actually get 20 minutes. It's gone up. They must have been feeling generous. It's not a very big field. Now, how high would the reel need to be on the header? I'm not too sure. Probably a little bit higher than that, I would have thought. Oh no, that's the highest. Okay, that'll do. We'll stay on track as well. We've got to do this as quickly as possible to get our usual time bonus. So far, I've actually been doing quite a good job at getting the time bonus. But obviously, the less time it takes, the more we get, the more money we get. Which, at this stage in the farm's growth, it's very important to get as much money as possible. I did say we weren't going to be doing any harvesting. I know you've probably already commented that, but the reason why I've gone for this is because, as you've just seen, everything is harvested already or growing, and this is actually something a bit different as well. It's soybeans, so it's not like wheat. Put the header up. I would usually cut across, but I think for this video I'll just go up and down. If I was playing on my own, I probably would do. But as there are no tram lines, it does make it quite hard to know exactly where the middle of the field is. Nice pattern. Very nice pattern. There's also a lot more dust than there ever used to be as well. Left the beacons going on the case. So if we had to do a contracting job where the field is large, for example field, I think it's 20, yes, field 20, and it was a harvesting job, surely the whole field wouldn't fit into the combine like it is doing with this job and the previous job that we did before, because we don't have a carter. We've got no tractor to cart away with the trailer. So I wonder if there'd be an animated, well, an AI carter. I don't know. It'd be quite fun to see a big harvest being done in a big field. I think this is a bit of a mid-range combine really, the Acros 595 Plus from Rostelmash. I think it's a 7 metre header, so nothing spectacularly large, but it's still a decent sized machine. We're getting the job done quickly. We're almost halfway through. It actually looks like, oh no, yeah, it's about half, yeah. So when we get to the end of here, that should be half. So I suppose it is very similar to just harvesting wheat or barley. But it's very nice to have the extra fruit types, they call them. That's 2/3, just over. We are cracking on very well. I think, yeah, it's just less than 8 minutes it's taken. About 8 minutes. So, going by that, we should be done very soon. We should be able to bring in a very large time bonus. I think it is actually possible to get pretty much the same amount of money again as the base reward if you do it quick enough. So say a job gives you 4,000, you could get 4,000 again from the time if you do it well and quickly. And we are on the final leg of it by the look of it, judging by the completion circle. I think it must be about, what would it be, 95% you have to actually complete. The yield must have been pretty bad on soybeans, unless they don't give you too much at the end of it anyway, even if it is well fertilised. Because we're only 39% full, and we've almost finished. Yeah, we're going to have to turn around and go back up again. But not all the way. Pretty much do it, I'd have thought. Does seem a bit strange sort of cutting it short, but I can understand the reasons for it. But more for a job such as fertiliser spreading, where it's quite easy to miss a bit. Right, I've got to hand it to you. That is some mighty fine work you've done. Reward £8,931 and a time bonus of £7,496. So yes, very impressive money. We did finish it in the end. So with that done, I'm going to recheck the chart because it would be very nice to do some of these. Well, I suppose soybeans is a different crop, but some other ones as well. Sunflowers maybe? How do sunflowers do? That would be, I suppose, another combine harvester though. That's the only thing. Unless the sugar beet has changed. But I doubt it. No, I don't think there's anything ready there. So we will be going with sunflowers just to check. We've got quite a lot of fields of sunflowers. Yeah, they're all growing except for field, which one was it? Yeah, 23. Directly opposite us, in fact. Directly. Over here. Yes, they are ready. So what would we be using? Just to combine with the sunflower header? Oh no, just like the maize header, corn header? No, I don't think we'll do that straight away. That would be too much harvesting for the time being. Because what I'm trying to do here is show you lots of different things. Obviously, a farm in real life wouldn't say, nah, I've had enough of harvesting this summer. Nah, we're going to do something else. No, that's not what I'm trying to do at all. I'm just trying to do a bit of everything, really. We haven't... Oh, wrong side of the road. We haven't done the sunflowers, but I was hoping to use the sunflower header. So instead, we will quickly spray our field again, because it does need it. And then we'll move on to probably another contracting job. We'll see what there is out there. I don't know if there's any ploughing or something like that. A lot of these fields which have been harvested mainly, I think, want to be slurried, if that is the word for it. Fertilised in that sense, anyway. Put this back in here. And the fertiliser tractor, the spraying tractor, should still be up here. We'll have to run over there. So when we get the first growth stage on the poplars, it will be quite interesting. I've never seen it before, and it's likely that you haven't either unless you've seen it in a fact sheet or a developer blog. It would be very, very interesting to see the stages of growth with these, and then the harvest as well. So it was the wheat field first of all that I think it did need doing. Last time I got a frame rate drop over here. I don't know if it'll still be there, or if it was just some temporary problem, I don't know. We'll soon find out. But that's the thing with these early stages, it's just a lot of fertilising. So we'll go on to here again, and we'll zoom into our farm. I think that is nice that you can zoom right in. Very helpful. And obviously we have got various different crops here. We need to be on the fertilising. Yes, this one just here. Remove that. So I know that you can fertilise 3 times in total with the same crop, but you can only fertilise once per growth stage. I don't think I have sprayed at this growth stage. I don't think. So I'm going to try it and see what happens. Yeah, that's working. So we'll get this one done again for the second time. We'll be doing it a third time as well. But it's worth it, because when we actually come to harvest this, we're going to get so much more off it. So nice to see the bank balance back up at 31,000 rather than minus 200 and something. That wasn't very good. I think there is actually an achievement for that as well. Go into debt on your first day. Now one of these tractors, probably the New Holland, we're going to try and customise. I need to put row crop tyres on one of them. I suppose it would make more sense to do it to the case, because we've got 2 identical tractors. If we turn one into the spraying tractor, one into more of a cultivating tractor, then yeah, that would probably make more sense. However, they are more powerful, so they're probably both better at pulling a plough or a seeder or a cultivator, whereas this one is better for doing this, running PTO powered sprayers. But yeah, obviously I think it's just personal preference. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day which tractor does it, but I think it will be the New Holland, which will be our spraying tractor. Am I overlapping? Maybe. I've gone a bit off course, and it is a bit laggy here as well. I'm not sure why. It is just this side of the field where we get a frame drop. Now I'm hoping that when we go onto the map we should see a difference. We could check now actually. Oh yes, brilliant. There is a difference. You can see where we've been. I'll also be able to see where I've missed, which won't be a good thing, but hopefully I won't miss anything. So this is application number 2, although it's looking like there has already been one here. Possibly because it was ploughed. I don't know for sure, but maybe that has acted like a fertiliser stage. So maybe this is the top layer of fertiliser. This could be it. We've got 3 different colours there. Or 3 different shades of the same colour. Yes. Don't want to make myself sound too much like a fool. Yes, I am overlapping quite a bit. That's when having a tram line would be very handy. Or GPS. I know a lot of people do like GPS. Getting there. Just going to have to come back up once more. And we will have finished the field again. It's a shame I didn't get the work to finish the job. I think I must have finished episode 1 while it was still working. And then the crop started to grow. And then it was too late really, otherwise you'd have half, well not half, but a section of the field a long way behind the rest. So what we should see when we get to the top of here, when I check the map, we should see a totally even coverage of like a dark blue colour, more of a blue, New Holland blue in fact, or Ford blue. It's literally just the edge of this bit here. Most of it's going on just the soil. Oh well, it will act like a weed prevention chemical. So yes, the top is here. Let's check. Yep, seems to be a tiny bit here. So what's left to do now is to fold it up, and we're going to go and do a bit of customising to our vehicle. I'm assuming it is going to cost us, well the wheels will definitely cost us, but the work probably will do as well, the labour. This is where I'm going to need the mini-map to be able to see the shortest way of getting there. We'll take the sprayer with us, it's a bit of a hassle to take it all off. Put the beacons on too, because we will be going on the road. Just keep an eye on this thing, we need to go left out of here. So, yes, I think we can cut across here, next turn on the left, or we could just go all the way up, but yeah, I think we'll turn left here, because then we'll get to the place where I know. Turn right just here, making sure of course that we stop. So there should be, at the store, a box where we drive the machine into. I don't know if it'll allow us to do it with the sprayer on the back, but we drive it into a box, or a trigger, and then it will allow us, it should do at least, it should allow us to customise the vehicle as far as it can be customised. So, any customisable feature we can do. And it's usually engine and wheels, commonly. That is not an entrance, we need to be in this lane as well. And we need to turn left down here. So where is this trigger? That's the buy one. There's a question mark there, but I don't know if it is this. No. I'm expecting this like yellow and black trigger just here. It could even be this one, but I think that's the cell one. I'm not 100% sure where it is because I've never done it before. I'm pretty sure this is the cell one. Oh no, you can customise this as well, but it is registering the sprayer. So the same box as the cell box. Customise. Right, so we can add the front loader to it if we want to, which would be quite a good idea because we're not going to have the Massey Ferguson forever, and yes, it is another £1,800, which isn't ideal. We only came here for wheels, but for the future, that would be a nice idea, probably for a case though. So we've got wide tyres or standard tyres. Fantastic. This tractor doesn't have the option of narrow tyres. I wonder if the case does then. I could be wasting my time bringing the case here as well. So instead, I will do my research. We'll go into here. We'll act as if we're buying one. We're going to be very sneaky. I'm going to pretend we're buying another case, a third case. But we're not going to buy it. We're going to fool them. And no, you can't. So it's a good job I didn't bring it here as well. I could have checked this in the first place. So which tractors can you put narrow wheels on? I'm guessing it's ones like maybe this one. Oh no, that doesn't really have any customizable feature. What about Massey Ferguson? Yes, you can put narrow tyres on the one we have got on lease. So, yeah, what's stopping us from bringing it over here and doing that? Probably nothing. So we know which tractor to go and get, the Massey Ferguson. We have used it quite a bit, but it's not staying, and we probably won't get it again for a while. I would love to get a Fent. That would be very nice. So the Fent, or a Vulture or Vulture. It's amazing how many people have different pronunciations of that. That could be the other option. I have just discovered a ploughed field. I wonder what it needs. I'm deviating. I do it quite often. Right, okay, I've done that mistake again. I have gone and parked the vehicle in the way. I think the first time when I saw that, I just assumed that it said there is no mission. Oh look, it's using the 5600, the one which we've got. And it's fertilising. We won't do it, but if we hadn't leased the Massey Ferguson, that would have been a great opportunity to use it. But instead we have the privilege of owning it for a day. Why I had the sprayer boom so high, I have no idea. Just noticed. Wow, it's quieter in the cab. But they make such good sounds. The sounds are just... well, I suppose they are what makes the tractor what it is. Because it's true, in real life, nearly every tractor has a different sound to it. And making sure it sounds like what it sounds like in real life is quite a key part to the production of these models. So yeah, it is very important, the sound. But we're back. Finally, we are back. It took a while. Oh, I've left the beacons on. It's a bit of a habit. Left the beacons on the case. I've done it to the New Holland as well. So with that all done, the beacons are all switched off. We can now take the Massey Ferguson over to the store, and we should, I'm hoping, be able to adjust this. The only issue is, because it's leased, I keep wanting to say rented, same thing though, it might just not let us do it. I'm not sure. So if it doesn't work, I'll edit most of this out. Otherwise it would be horrifically boring watching me drive to the store again and seeing more failure. So we're going to go over there, we'll see if it works. If it does work, fantastic. If it doesn't, fair enough. And here we are. Very quick. So, no, you can't. It's leased, and I'm pretty sure I've read that in a fact sheet. So it looks like, for the time being, narrow tyres is out of the question. A job we haven't done yet is baling, and we almost did it, but then we didn't have enough money for the baler. So being able to bale very soon is another job which I'm looking forward to. I want to see how it all works in 17. We have got so much to do, but we're really just waiting for these crops to be ready. Because until we can harvest them, we're fairly short of jobs. Now, I did accidentally speed up time. I increased the time speed, and it went from ×1 to ×5. I've put it back to ×1 again, otherwise we're going to lose this tractor too quickly. However, it looks like it paid off because that field over there is ready. So we can get the harvester out. And we're definitely putting it onto swath mode. That wasn't acted, by the way. I didn't know that that field was ready. And I didn't intentionally speed up time. It was just a total accident. And luckily, we have actually benefited from it. So let's put this into here. We are going to need a tractor on the trailer. It could be this tractor. But first, we need the harvester. So it's not the most exciting crop in the world, this is only wheat. However, we need as much as we can get. This is the field we just sprayed. Let's just see. Yes, I think it was fully fertilised. That is as good as you can get. And this is ready as well. That's very colourful. Very colourful. And it will need ploughing, as you can see. It will need ploughing after this. So the chances are it's on the chop mode. Let's just check. Oh no, it's not. That's very good. I'm going to need to put it onto this mode anyway. This field will be baled. I don't think the round baler is even that expensive. It's just when we started off, we couldn't really afford to just immediately buy a baler. Instead, we bought the sprayer, which increases yields, so that's beneficial to us. However, just selling a few bales, it's not really going to be very helpful. Whereas now, as we're establishing, the bales should be good. We're going to need them also for the livestock. So, yes, it is time for round bales. I don't think we have the horsepower for a square baler. So we'll work as long as we can do before I have to go and get the trailer. But it's looking okay. Also, it's not laggy. It's only laggy when I have the sprayer. So, I have no idea. I don't know. Right, I've just stopped the combine because one thing I wanted to show you was if you pile up the straw, it now sort of turned into a more solid object. So it's so dense that the wheel rides over the top, like that. This was actually shown in one of my previous episodes, but I didn't comment on it. At the time, I didn't see it. I saw it in editing. But yeah, just sort of pointing it out. A small, but quite a nice feature. Attention to detail. While that is working, yep, it's almost... Oh, about 60% full, I think. We'll get this tractor going because it'll take us a few seconds to hitch up to the trailer, and it can be an all-case harvest. I have conveniently dumped the front loader totally in the way. Hopefully we can squeeze in there. Yeah. Just push it out of the way. So, the first load should be not too far away. The only thing is, if it's going to go back down this way, then we're going to be unloading on the wrong side. Bad timing. I'll jump back in the harvester. 87% full. So if we start it on the worker, and very quickly run over to our tractor, we should, if I hurry up, we should get there in time. Yeah, from what I remember, this combine has got quite a big tank. Oh, let's just reverse back a bit. Yeah, so it's filling the trailer up a fair bit. More than you'd probably expect is in that combine. 84% full. So we're going to head off straight away with this, and we need to either put it into storage or sell it straight away. The decision can be quite tough, but yeah, we need to make the decision now and fast. So go on to the page which is right, this one just here. This is wheat. Price isn't usually that good for wheat. However, there is £563 here at Denton Bakery, which sounds like quite a bit for what it is. So I think I'm quite inclined to go with that. Denton Bakery. Where is it? Ah, usual place. Now, I think it is down here. Where though, I'm not 100% sure. I could have taken the first road, but if we carry on around here, we'll get there. Oh, look, another vehicle storage shed just here. It should be just around the corner. We've got your wheat delivery for your flour. Fresh from the field. Here we go. So, will we get the price we were promised? It could change. We will check. Yep, 563. That is very good. Nope, they've changed it. Press I. That seems quite reasonable. Got to remember, it's only a small trailer and it wasn't even full. It looks like the field we harvested at the beginning has now been ploughed and cultivated, or just cultivated. So things do change, and they're very dynamic fields. I wonder what crop will be in there next. It says Helper F has completed their task. I think what will have happened is because they cut the field in two, they'll have finished the first section. Yeah, kind of. So we'll unload. And that will actually be it for today. We'll put the auger out. There will be more episodes very soon of Farming Simulator 17. I look forward to it. I'll just start the engine to do this. And once that is empty, we're going to call it a day. And again, I think it's actually been quite a productive day. Things seem to be going better than planned. My farms don't usually go that well, so yes, this is going pretty good. And that is us done. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. And we'll be back, like I say, very soon with episode number 5. Until then, thanks again and see you again soon. Bye for now.